Tipc is about socio-technical system change. And this is very important to realize because the systems we have currently for energy provision, mobility provision, healthcare provision, food provision have been built over a period of almost 200 years. So we need to divert from a long history, a long-term, what we call path dependency. And this is what we call deep transition. So the fact that many systems need to be changed simultaneously. The question is, in the end, what does Tipc represent? For me, it represents a space with certain qualities. One of them is it's a space to think out of the box. Another one is that it's a space for learning. And we use the phrase deep learning, so it means that we can think about our own assumptions. It is also a temporary space, so it means that we will use the things we learn and develop in this space in other spaces. So we will bring them elsewhere, and they will then have, hopefully, an impact in the world. And finally, it's a space where the distinction between Global South and Global North is less relevant. Because from the point of view of sustainable development and the sustainability development goals, we are all developing. So it's a space for mutual learning, where many actors will come in and go out, and where we hopefully can start the journey together towards transformative change. research component of the Tipc 5-year program is an underpinning for the 3 other elements, so evaluation, experimentation and training. So it's the foundation. The way we want to build this research program is interactive. So we call that co-creation in the program. And there are 4 lines of research. One is we need to go back to this world in transition and ask more questions, so to understand how the world is changing, because in the end any new policy will be a response to this. Secondly, we need to look again at the 3 frames, because the argument is not that the 3rd frame, transformative change, will supersede the other 2. It's about the combination, so about the policy mix. And then we need to look at 2 central elements of any transformation. The first one is experimentation. So what works and doesn't work in a comparative setting. And secondly, we need to look at how existing systems are destabilized and start to change. So that's the 4th element in the research program.
In developing a 5-year program for Tipc, we have the element of training and capacity building. Training and capacity building, as we understand it, is starting with the existing tools that we have for understanding innovation and science policy and adding to these, supplementing them with a variety of new techniques and new ways of thinking about the world. We don't have all the answers here, and it is an important part of the process to engage in a discussion with those that are engaged with us in exploring this area. So our training is not offering solutions and answers, but methods to attack problems.
So within Tipc, we're thinking about evaluation from various perspectives and various angles. We want to be able to turn the lens inwards and ask how are we doing as a consortium, but we want to do that in the context of developing evaluation strategies for transition and transformation more generally. One thing we know from the synthesis work that we've done so far is that we have relatively underdeveloped theories of change for transformative innovation. So whereas frames 1 and frames 2 have very clear rationales and build indicators and markers of progress on the basis of those rationales, we're starting from a different place in developing frame 3 thinking. We need to work on our theories of change, and we need to base our evaluation strategies and our metrics and our markers of progress on the basis of better developed theories of change. So that's what we're going to be working on in the next phase of Tipc activities.